Have you ever wondered where the game of basketball was born? How did it evolve from a mere idea into a global phenomenon that we know and love today? It's a tale as thrilling as a last-minute buzzer beater, and it all begins in the late 19th century. Picture this. The year is 1891. In the small town of Springfield, Massachusetts, a young Canadian physical education instructor named Dr. James Naismith faced a daunting challenge. He needed to create a game to keep his students active during the harsh New England winter. Inspired by a childhood game called Duck on a Rock, Naismith wrote down 13 simple rules on a sheet of paper. He then hung a peach basket onto the elevated track, and the game of basketball was born. It was a humble beginning for a game that would soon capture the world's imagination. The first basketball game ever played was a far cry from the fast-paced action we see today. With 9 players on each team, the game was slow, and the ball was moved around primarily by passing, as dribbling was not yet a part of the game. In the early days, a soccer ball was used, and instead of a modern net, they used a peach basket with a bottom. Every time a player scored, someone had to retrieve the ball by climbing a ladder and taking it out of the basket. Can you imagine the pace of the game back then? As the game gained popularity, it quickly spread to other YMCA centers across the United States. By the mid-1890s, colleges began to recognize basketball as a sport. The first intercollegiate game took place in 1895 between Hamline University and the School of Agriculture, which was affiliated with the University of Minnesota. In the early 20th century, the game began to evolve. The peach baskets were replaced by metal hoops with backboards. In 1905, the dribble was introduced, adding a whole new dynamic to the game. The number of players on a team was reduced to 5, and the court dimensions were standardized. To summarize, the game of basketball was born out of necessity, a solution to keep students active during the cold winter months. Its inventor, Dr. James Naismith, could not have possibly imagined the global impact of his creation. From a simple game played with a soccer ball and a peach basket, it evolved into a sport that now captivates billions of people worldwide. The early development of basketball is a testament to the power of ingenuity and the love of sport. It's a reminder of how far we've come, and a nod to the humble beginnings of a game that has become much more than just a pastime. It's a worldwide phenomenon, a universal language that brings people together, regardless of their background or nationality. In the end, the story of basketball's beginnings is not just about a game. It's about overcoming challenges, embracing change, and constantly evolving. It's a narrative that continues to be written with each pass, each shot, each game, and that, my friends, is the true beauty of basketball.